What's up guys, it's Matt Collins Jones here, also known as D365 Geek, and today we're talking about Power Automate, we're talking about expressions, and we're going to talk about the mod function in the math functions section. So, if you watched one of my last videos on divide, mod is actually the ability to get the remainder after dividing two numbers together. So you pass in one number, you pass in another number, and the first number is divided by the second number, but whatever is remaining is what you get out using this function. Now, one of the things I didn't mention in the last video, which I really should have, which is that using the divide function, you actually only ever output a whole number, no matter if it is whether it divides equally or not. So you only get the full number. This function allows you to actually get that remainder of that number out as well. So you can maybe pass that into another calculation and then work out what it is that you need and stuff like that. So that's what this function does, and the previous one just divides two numbers and outputs as a whole number, just rounds up or rounds down. So let's take a look at mod today. So I'm in my Power Automate expression here, and I've got a manual trigger flow with two inputs, a number 1 and a number 2. So I'm going to go into Compose here, and then I'm going to click into Expressions, just scroll down until we get to Math Functions, click on See More, and then go down to Mod. And again, we're passing in two parameters, a dividend and a divisor, and returns the remainder after dividing the two numbers. So we can click Mod, and it goes into the formula editor at the top, the expression editor, and we can click number 1, and then we can add a comma in, and we can add number 2. So it's basically going to take the first input here, and we're going to divide it by the second input here. Click OK, click Test. I'll perform the trigger action, and we'll choose 10, and we'll divide it by 3. Click Run the flow. Run successfully, so we can see the number inputs 10 and 3, and the input here is 1. So how do we get 1? So number 3 goes into 10 3 times, so 3 times 3 is 9, and that leaves 1 left over, which is the 1 output here. So what this does is this just basically divides everything into it, and then whatever is left, it returns that output. Now, like with most of these, like all these math functions, it's actually available for both float and integer. So you can do whole numbers, but you can also do decimals. So let's try that out. See what that looks like. So we'll put in 10 again, and then we'll put in 0.6, and then we will again just divide by 3. Click Done. So we've got 10.6 divided by 3, and the output is 1.599996. So this function, unlike the divide function, will actually output a decimal when you put in a decimal, but the divide function doesn't output a decimal, so this can give you the remainder that you have there. So it might be that what you want to do is you actually want to do two calculations. If you need an accurate representation, you may need to do a divide, and then you may also need to do a mod here, and then get that remainder and add those two together to get the full answer. And that's one of the powers of this, is that the math functions, like with any functions, can all be combined together to make mega functions, as long as they're all of the same type and things like that. So with this one, you can put in multiple calculations to output whatever it is you need. So one thing I did mention in a couple of other videos as well is that the way Power Automate works is it works from the inside outwards. It doesn't necessarily work from the conventional rules for mathematics. So if you're trying to follow your BOGMath rules and you're supposed to be doing things in brackets first, and the divisions and everything else and multiplications in the right order, it doesn't work like that. What Power Automate does is it works from the inside. So whatever is the first function, so say like add 2 and 1, and then beyond that you're actually adding that to a multiplication of something, and then you're actually getting the modular of that and something else. It basically works from the inside outwards, because it's the only way it'll kind of work. So you can add these and combine these things together to create really complex functions. So as always, I'd like to know what you guys use this for. I'm not sure why this functions in Power Automate. It's a good thing to have. I wouldn't think there was much need for this, but maybe there is some to do with like currency and rounding up and stuff. I don't know, but I love to learn things. So if you can let me know what you use it for in the comments, it's much appreciated. I want to learn from you if you're learning from me. As always, if you like this video, please like and please share it with your friends. It's always helpful. And if you've not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.